Hey besties, hey friends, we're at it again with a long time fragrance review today. But before I get into that, if this is your first time here, enjoy the ride. And if you see my beautiful, gorgeous, luxurious, sexified face before, hey bestie. And if you watched my last video, you get a high five. Is your If you like smelling good, if you like doing makeup, if you like watching other people's lives, make sure to hit subscribe. And I will be Bree, your mother effing bestie. We are reviewing a perfume that I haven't actually worn much, but I've had for almost a year now, I think. And her name is Miss Poets of Berlin by Vilhem Perfumerie. It's springtime, you guys, so I'm busting this baby out. I have to use it. I have to get my money's worth because she was not a cheap item for only, 75 milliliters? 50 milliliters, excuse me. 50 ml bottle. Let's just hop right into the review. Poets of Berlin came out in 2018 and didn't rise to popularity until 2021, thanks to TikTok. What's very unique about Vilhem Perfumerie, if you don't know, I have the box, it's in my closet, and honey, who's walking up there? Ain't me. Well, I can't walk up there. I have to get a ladder, get on the ladder, walk up the ladder, reach up on the top of my closet, possibly get hit by a bunch of other boxes, which has happened multiple times, and then search through all of my perfume boxes and then find it. But anyway, long story short, their perfume bottles, their perfume package, I'll get into this later. My bad. Stick to the script, Bree. Stick to the script. Poets of Berlin has top notes of blueberry and lemon, middle notes of vanilla and wild green orris. Learn how to read first before you make a script. Base notes of vanilla, sandalwood, vetiver. The accords for this perfume, you have your fruity, vanilla, green, citrus, sweet accords. Word on the street, aka Vilhem Perfumerie's website, is that this fragrance was dedicated to or inspired by David Bowie. So the scent experience. I remember the first time going into Neiman Marcus, and when I first smelled this scent, I was amazed at how gourmand, sweet, and realistic in a sense it was. And at that point, I was sold. The first time that I walked into Neiman Marcus, I never smelled a Vilhem Perfumerie fragrance before, but I definitely looked up which ones were the popular ones so I can go in there and sniff them and kind of figure out what I wanted. And I wanted something unique. I wanted something new that I didn't already have in my collection. And so the sales rep showed me 4 fragrances, and I ended up buying 4 fragrances, and I ended up buying 2 of the 4. Although I want to go back and get the other 2. When I spray this scent, it reminds me of a fun, sparkling blueberry lemonade, handmade. Have you ever, if you're in Atlanta, I know, everyone has a handmade in the restaurant, non-store-bought lemonade. This reminded me of one of those lemonades, blueberry lemonades. And I actually get one from, what is that restaurant called? Oh my God, I don't remember what the restaurant's called. I'll insert it whenever I figure it out. But I get a blueberry lemonade from there, and that's exactly what this smells like. It's a tart, fizzy, spritzy perfume. It was very interesting to me because it was the first time that I smelt a fragrance like this. This is definitely a fun, playful scent that I think is not a safe blind buy. I'm definitely going to say that. I don't think this is a safe blind buy because of how sweet the fragrance is. I know a lot of people say that they get the bamboo in the beginning, in the opening, and less of the blueberry. For me, I get more of the lemon and the blueberry. With the bamboo comes later on. The bamboo and the green of the fragrance comes later on, but everyone says in the beginning they get the bamboo and the vanilla. I get the bamboo, vetiver, vanilla towards the dry down towards the end of the fragrance. And in the beginning, I do get that blueberry, citrusy, lemony scent. This scent reminds me of like, it's so fun. It reminds me of one of those outdoor tea parties, or like those kids' birthday parties that they have in the shows where the kids are running around. It's like bright outside. They have the presents on the picnic table. And the mom is like, oh my God, I have the best child in the world. And I love motherhood. And then something creepy happens later on, or the party's ruined because the kid is so self-absorbed and doesn't know how to appreciate things in life because mommy didn't have him the clown that he wanted, but instead the cheap-looking clown that actually wasn't cheap. That was actually $3,000. Yeah, that's what this scent reminds me of. It's very young. It's very youthful. If you're into that, I would say definitely go out and sniff her. Go. You might want to drink her. You can't. Okay, don't try to drink her. I want to lick it. Like, it just smells like, or it reminds me of those blue, like the big blue lollipops / suckers. I'm just tasting it. Like blue ras. It smells like blue ras. Now let's get into the packaging of my beautiful Pose of Berlin by Vilhem Perfumerie. I love Vilhem Perfumerie's bottles. They're very unique in a way. The packaging that it comes in, they are inspired by Egyptian hieroglyphics. Ooh, it took a while for that process. Egyptian hieroglyphics. Is that it? It's inspired by that, and it kind of spells out what the perfumes are on the box. It's so cool. I wish I could show y'all, but I'm not getting up. What's also unique about this bottle is the top is magnetic, and there's very few perfume houses that actually take the time to make a great perfume top. No shade, Fenty Beauty, Rihanna, I love your fragrance, but let's do better on the top, girl. Let's do better. It's nice and sturdy and heavy. Even the box that it comes in, you can present it or display it out, and it's beautiful. Like, I don't regret purchasing this. So let's get into the rating scale. And I've rated the fragrance on longevity, sillage, projection, uniqueness, and I averaged it up at the end. Longevity. I rated Miss Longevity a 7 out of 10 because baby girl does last, and it's very potent the first couple of hours that you spray it, and it's just like overwhelmingly sweet the first 2 hours that you spray it, and then as it dries down, it turns into a more medium skin like fragrance. It does last a very long time. I just wish the strong opening didn't last as long as it did. Like, when does the top notes last for like 2+ hours, and it's very strong and potent and doesn't dry down until then? I know some people might like that, but for me, for a fragrance like this that's very sweet in the opening, but the base is very like more subtle and not as nauseating, I would prefer it to be like the first hour. That's all I got before I'm ready to scrub it off my body and try something else. So I would appreciate next time if, they fix that formulation. However, it does last a very long time. So I'm giving Miss Longevity a 7 out of 10 because it's not bad. I rated this a 5 out of 10. And let me tell you why. I rated this a 5 out of 10 because when I first smelled it, I was like, whoa, I've never smelled anything like this. And so when I bought it, I was definitely amazed. But what I don't like about it is that, I don't know, I just feel like the inspiration doesn't necessarily correlate in my mind with the perfume itself. Maybe if they named it Tea Party, I'd be like, heck yeah, unique creativity, because it smells like an actual tea party. Like, I would definitely wear this to a tea party. It smells like what you would smell at a tea party. I'm sorry, like, it's so fun like it. It's so fun, fresh, fruity, sweet, young, like a tea party. So I would prefer that. I probably would have rated it higher if it would have changed the name and the inspiration behind the fragrance. The reason why complexity was a 5 out of 10 was because it's not very complex. Like, it's kind of straightforward. The top notes, they don't intertwine and make another smell. Like, it doesn't bind with other notes to create its own separate note. It's just very straightforward to me. There is no, like, it's not very complex. It's a very linear fragrance, and then it drops whenever, like, it changes. It's like an instant change, a very steep slope whenever, you know, it dries down. It doesn't go from like beginning, middle, end. It just goes from beginning to end, and I'm just like, okay, where to go? I forgot about it that quick. So the creativity is not really there for me. So I give it a 5 out of 10. Like, I like it, but I wish it could have been more creative. The sillage, it doesn't leave a sillage. I rated it a 4 out of 10 because I didn't want to be an a-hole, because I actually do like this fragrance. So I don't want to rate it like 3, 4, 5, 5, 3, 2. And y'all be like, but I thought you liked this fragrance. You know, I really, really enjoy this fragrance. This perfume, it's just, I wish there was a sillage. Like, when I wore it in the living room and I walked to the room and walked back to the living room, I didn't smell it. Like, it didn't leave a trail. And for me, I want the perfume to leave a trail so people could be like, oh, Brie, she's been here. And it didn't do that. It was just like, it's on me. There's no trail. It's just on me. Like, I want to leave a scent. I want to leave a reminder that I was here. I want to, or hug someone and they smell me on their jacket later and text me that they smell me on their jacket later. Projection. It gave it a 5 out of 10. That is because, I think I shared this before, but that's because it stays on your skin. The first 2 hours, like I said, the scent is very, very, very strong. But it's like a moderate strong. It's like right here strong. Like, if you're right here, then you can smell me, but not if you're where my camera is or on the other side of the room. You can't really smell it. And then especially when it dries down, you have to smell the fragrance. And I don't like that. I want to be able to I wave my hand. I want to be able to get a whiff of it, and I don't. And I don't know if that's because I've only sprayed 2 sprays, but most of my fragrances I could spray 2 sprays and I wave my hand and I smell it. This didn't do that. So I gave it a 5 out of 10 with an overall score of 5.2 out of 10. So overall, I feel like this fragrance is more feminine leaning, like 80%, 75 to 80% feminine leaning, gourmand fragrance. This can, although you like gourmands, I would still say definitely don't blind buy, because I feel like this is a very different gourmand. It has vanilla in it, but it's not one of those vanilla-y cupcake gourmands. It's more like a lemonade gourmand, a drink gourmand, not a dessert gourmand. It's very youthful. Sometimes it can be very nauseating. The sweetness can be extremely like This is a fragrance that I would wear simply in the spring, and I wouldn't necessarily wear it in the hot Georgia summer. I feel like the heat would make this overpoweringly sweet. Probably make you nauseous and throw up. That's how sweet the beginning of this fragrance is. But I love it. So, but I also wouldn't wear it out in the heat. I would just definitely keep this spring, where it's not too hot, where we're not kicking 85, 90 degrees out. So definitely keep it for spring. I'm glad I got the smaller bottle, because this doesn't seem like I'll even use this up within the next 2 years. I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't think I would finish this bottle unless I spray it entirely too much. I'm glad I got the size. I was gonna get the bigger one, but the guy told me that they no longer carry the bigger one, and so I was like, I'll settle. I'll save money. But I'm glad I settled and saved moolah. La la la. Better have my money. So thank you for joining me as I talk about Poets of Berlin by Vilhem Perfumerie. If you want to wear a floral fluffy sundress, I feel like this is the perfect fragrance for you. If you're like young, youthful, long flowing hair in the nice springtime, and you can go on little picnics and tea parties, this is for you. And if you don't like anything too sweet, then next color, don't pick it up. I won't get it. But I just brought her out to play on YouTube. So new audio, possibly new setup, possibly new template for all of my fragrance reviews. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, repost on Facebook, Mom. And follow me on Instagram at fragrance.anonymous, and you will see me. And I go on there and I post what's up and coming. I post just me and my scent of the days. I post reels. Come join me. It gets fun over there as I sit with 0 followers. Anyways, thank you for coming, guys. I love you, bestie, and I'll see you soon.